I went to university. I did straight out of high school, even though I graduated late. I went to a summer program. I don't really, but okay. On the defense of if they were right about me being schizophrenic, I know schizophrenics who have gone to and manic depressives and other people because there's a lot of disorders who have gone in universities who have degrees, who have jobs, who was one of them was a professor. Hey, Susan Otto was someone who was a really great person, incredibly talented, incredibly smart, beautiful, talented, clean, like gorgeous person, brilliant, creative, wonderful artist, writer, all sorts of stuff that you can't even possibly believe. And she was diagnosed with something, and she left because of a toxic environment at the school. That's what they call it when you have like a bad environment, like people harass you. Like the mental illness is a very big is not really a minority necessarily, it's a majority, but there's a lot of discrimination against it. I felt I was discriminated against. I felt like people were scared of me because the stereotypes of what they felt about mental illness. I don't see hallucinations or things like that. I actually am kind of discriminating against because I know some spiritual stuff. I have religious practice. I'm Buddhist. I believe in God too, for lack of a word, in terms of thinking about when I say God, I don't necessarily mean Jesus Christ. I mean like divinity, or for lack of a word, a word that I a word that I don't have a word for or indefinite. Because you think about any religion like Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, any of that, right? There's translation to that. There's translation to that, and also there's meaning to that. Like to be a Muslim means to be a submitter to God. That's a direct translation. Be a Christian is to be someone who believes that it's Christ as your Lord and Savior. As far as I know. Be a Buddhist is to someone who believes in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, which is to someone who believes in the idea of being enlightened for that realization. Someone who believes towards the nirvana and the liberation towards the truth. As far as I know, that's what I believe as like yeah. I don't actually know if you disagree with me. Feel welcome to leave comments if you believe otherwise. If you think I'm stupid or something for believing that. And there's a lot of other religions like that believe in things. The Taoists believe in the way, a way of life, a way of like things are made a certain way, a path, a practice, and things like towards longevity. Longevity is like the practice of trying to live a very long and healthy life, of trying to live and stay young and healthy as long as possible. That's actually a religion. Some people would even say that certain things like being human is a religion. The religion, the philosophy and religion has very fine lines to it because it has to do with like your way of living and process. There's a Buddhist monk named Thich Venerable Thich actually believes, even though he's a Buddhist monk, he has taken the Eucharist, which is the bread and the wine in Catholic Church or Christian Church. And he's a Buddhist monk. Okay, he's a really acclaimed Buddhist monk, where he actually wrote a book called Living Buddha, Living Christ, and the Buddha and Christ are brothers. If they were alive, they would be brothers. They wouldn't fight against all these holy wars, things like that, and have all this discrimination. And technically, he believes not necessarily in Buddhism necessarily. He believes in based on personal beliefs. He believes in this idea or this faith called interfaith, where different faiths can believe in cross-disciplinary practices and ideas and concepts and live together peacefully. And there's actually a church of that in San Jose, but no one ever goes. Is that horrible? Everyone's like saying, like, why don't we all live together and live happily and peacefully and get along, and they don't do it. What if I was to say to you, I believe in religion, but I believe my religion too. I love you. I can actually honestly say that I love you as a person because I actually really believe that you're valuable as a person. Not because you're watching this, but because you are valuable as a person. Everybody needs ideas and to be able to think and have that free range to be able to think the things they need to think and the things they need to do. Because what if someone explains to you, because those doctors don't even ask you what you believe. What if it makes sense? Or we're just being different. There are people out there that are completely not diagnosed. They're crazy. Crazy off their wall crazy. And they don't have a reason for it. They're pure neurotic. People who beat their wives. I don't see them taking any medication. People who like have shopping addictions and they're kleptomaniacs. I don't see them taking medication. Like, okay, there are really big public scandals. Okay, there was actually a scandal where this lady wanted to have a really hot boyfriend, and she was married to this other guy, and she was known as one of the biggest murderers in the world. She actually killed her kids. And she didn't have to take medication. And I'm not like that. I'm Buddhist. I actually go talk to a Buddhist teacher about every week. Not absolutely every week, but I try to see him often because I go to him for advice. I talk to him about things. And I actually like meditate with him. Because I for a lot of times in my life I had like a lot of really bad things happen to me. You wouldn't believe this. And I understand you might not believe this, but I used to shit and puke blood for about 2 years of my life. 2-3 years of my life I used shit. It was a lot of blood. It was just red. And I had worms. I had really bad things. My blood was really weird colors too. Like, okay, my periods sometimes it was black. Like paint. Okay, like it's really creepy. And then it was gray, and it was brown, and it was orange, and it was purple, and it was blue, and it was pink, and it was white with polka dots, and then it was like all sorts of different colors. Like I thought I was gonna die. And I went to the doctor, but because by the time I was able to find time and like money to go to the doctor and get the cards and stuff, because I had to replace my cards, you find a doctor, I was fine. So I was just taking care of my health, eating food, because I didn't know what to do, doing assignments, like kind of like reading books and things and trying to figure out like meditation and like there's a lot of answers in the world, so like a lot of things like energy healing exercises and talking. It's California, okay? I live in California, so there's a lot of people with a lot of different kind of answers, and I consider myself an open-minded person, so I tried it out. It helped me somewhat, but it didn't help everything. I'm still working on my body is always sore. I feel nauseous a lot of times, but I don't puke. But I'm proud to say that I don't puke blood anymore. I don't shit blood anymore. But I still have digestive problems, and it always hurts, and I don't know what it means. Sorry. I used to puke like all the time. When I was on the medication, I used to puke all the time. Like sometimes, and I used to take the bus to school. I used to walk everywhere, so I didn't take the bus everywhere. Like there'd be times. It's really times when I had to wake up really early in the morning. I used to have to like. Sometimes I get so nauseous. It hurt so bad. I'd have to just hold it in for the full hour to 45 minutes to get to the school, get off the bus, and try to find the nearest lawn, trash can, or anywhere I could go to puke. Because I don't puke on the street because I don't want to get arrested because like cops in San Jose are kind of strict. It's true. Okay, it's really true. Like they're really sticklers about everything. So one time Like I dropped everything, or I tried to, but I couldn't bear myself to do it. So like I ran and I ran and I was just holding and trying to, and I went to the library bathroom. I had to wait, and I flung everything on the floor. I just slammed the bathroom stall and I just blah. I was like retching. I scared off because I was puking and retching so loud. Like I scared off all the patrons, like all the people that were gonna go to bed. They walked in and they saw me and they just walked out. It was so horrible. Like I used to take so much medication for it too. Like I used to try to counter like you name it, Pepto Bismol, Tums. Yeah, I even drink kefir. Okay, kefir is like something like as a yogurt probiotic drink. And I drink probiotics from Garden of Life. I drink because all that's just to make my tummy feel good, and it doesn't really work. And kefir and Garden of Life is probiotics. They're probiotics. They have cold because they have bacteria. Because your stomach is supposed to have like good and bad bacteria as a ratio of that. Just like, and did you actually know like we have to actually have saturated fat in our system, otherwise we feel bad. My doctor actually says that I'm 1% low. Looking how fat I am, incredibly fat. I'm missing 1 to 2% of saturated fat, which I have to have be on a level of like any other person. Believe it or not, it's just my bone structure is big because I grew and I grew older. If you notice like how a person looks like when they're young, their bones are very like small. So developing as a person, it grows bigger. Like for instance, a puppy isn't the same size as when it's a full-grown dog, right? You can't expect that dog to be that same puppy, right? So I'm bigger. I'm developed. But people say I look like a dude. I'm ugly. Okay, actually they don't say I'm ugly. They say I look like a dude. I actually got I actually okay, I get compliments sometimes that people say I'm a beautiful girl. And yeah, I'm a woman. If you haven't noticed already. I am a woman. I am actually a woman. I'm proud of it. I have a vagina. I have boobs. I don't know how to prove that to someone. Like how do you prove to someone that you're a girl, right? I don't think I look that bad as a person. Well, even chicks who look like dudes, they don't really look bad. You know, or guys who look girly, you know. For instance, okay, I have a female friend who's Vietnamese who's in love with this band called HOT. And every last one of those guys is a Korean rock band, okay? And they all look like girls. Like they have makeup and everything. They have the curly hair and all sorts of, and they look like girls, but they're not beautiful men. Like what the hell? But I'm not into them. Like I'm more into Coldplay and stuff like that. But that's something completely different. I don't actually know how to explain to someone that I'm a woman, and I actually have to, unless it's just something like where they're just messing with my mind and just antagonize me. People tell me all the time that I'm different now. I'm not blaming who told me that. I'm just supposedly someone told me out of my friends. There are people in the community that are saying stuff about me, and maybe this is a response to saying like, if you had something to say about me, why don't you say it to me? Why don't you tell me what the problem is? If you wanted me to do something, or if you wanted to tell me something or say something about me, why won't you tell me, the person who needs to hear it, compared to everybody else? Why don't you tell me what the problem is? Because what if I agree? What if I want to change? If I did wrong? But if I didn't do wrong, then why are you telling me this? Especially if you wanted to tell me in the first place, why are you telling everybody else but not me? I deserve to know. If you've noticed, I have not used anyone's name in this. If you've noticed, I haven't blamed anybody. I've just stated facts and things have happened. if you actually ever watch this blog, unlike those 194 fake ass Facebook, whatever crap friends is, they invited my art show, all my different events.